Now we can find the right answer to a very difficult reading comprehension question just by focusing in on the question and ignoring the reading comprehension passage. The question says, the author of the passage suggests that present-day readers would particularly benefit from which of the following changes on the part of present-day writers and critics? An increased focus on the importance of engaging the audience in the narrative, modernization of the traditional novelistic elements already familiar to readers, embracing aspects of fiction and that are generally peripheral to the interest of the reader, a greater recognition of how the tradition of the novel has changed over time, or a better understanding of how certain poets such as Eliot have influenced fiction of the present time. This question actually has several elements in it, and that's the key to finding the answer to the question. It talks about present-day readers, present-day writers and critics, and something that would particularly benefit the present-day readers because changes on the part of the present-day writers and critics took place. One of the first things we can notice about this answer grid is answer E talks about Eliot. Our eyeballs are attracted to it because of the capital letter, and if we think about the basic idea in our course that they wrote the right answer first and then they disguised it, it doesn't look like they did a very good job of disguising an answer about Eliot, so we would prioritize away from that answer. We would call that a visual trap. Let's get started. How many answers are related to present-day readers? Answer A talks about the audience, answer B talks about readers, and answer C talks about the reader, but answer D and answer E don't really mention anything specific that would relate us to the present-day readers. What about the present-day writers, critics, changes? Let's see how many changes show up in the questions. We have an increased focus. We have modernization. Embracing really doesn't seem like a change. A greater recognition and a better understanding all could be changes. What would be a benefit to present-day readers? Something that talked about the importance could relate to a benefit. But in answer B, if the elements are already familiar, it doesn't look like a benefit. And in answer C, if the aspects are generally peripheral to the interest of the reader, it doesn't sound like much of a benefit. A greater recognition could be a benefit, and a better understanding could be a benefit. And now let's see how many answers relate to what the present-day writers and critics could do. Answer A talks about engaging the audience in the narrative. That's something a writer could do. Modernization, I suppose, could be something that the writer could do. Embracing aspects of the fiction could be something that the writers do. But answer D talks about a recognition, and it's not clear whether the readers or the writers have that greater recognition. And answer E talks about the fiction of the present time. Now, do you see which answer has elements from all four parts of the elements in the question? Something about the present-day readers, something that the present-day writers and critics could do that would be a change, that would be a particular benefit? Only answer A has elements from all four parts of the question. It's an increased focus that would be a change. It would talk about the importance, which would be a benefit. Engaging in the narrative is what the present-day writers do, and they do it for the audience, who are the present-day readers. Only 25% of the people who took the official GRE test got this question right. But you can't blame them. They were probably reading the passage and getting attracted to wrong answers rather than answering the question itself. Testing for the public. Nonprofit since 1985. No one makes things easier.